Satnam, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You know what? I got this download, this like message a couple of times this morning. Basically stating that the sole purpose of the existence of creation, the sole purpose of the existence of this simulation is to serve you, okay? Now, this can go into like a really deep rabbit hole, right? Because it's like, but why the suffering? Why the but like, yeah, but like we suffer to grow, but it's all based on our beliefs, okay? So I kind of want to say, up until now, it doesn't really matter what happened. What matters is that you recognize that this is a simulation and that it is your simulation, okay? So if you want to go on a killing spree, spiritually speaking, you can do that, right? Or you can just like grow into abundance or blah blah blah. It's your simulation, and the main message is that it is in existence, really, 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 just to serve you. Okay, 111. It's literally a sandbox simulation that you get to, not only do you get to do whatever you want, but again, that is the purpose of this experience. It's for you to recognize that you must do whatever you want and become that, become that God being. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Like, I've spoken about like how like the pressure creates the diamond and like the chakras are being crystallized because of the pressure, blah, 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 blah. I feel like that is the case for you, okay? However, I do feel like some kind of like you breaking through beyond that kind of veil of like no pain, no gain, or like I'm being crystallized, and so that's what the pressure is about. I feel like you're breaking through that, okay? You're like chiseling through that kind of layer into recognizing that, wait a minute, like since this is my simulation, since this is literally just here to serve me, it has to do exactly what I say. So what's up with the suffering? What's up with the pressure? What's up with the even the past things maybe that happened up until now, okay? And this is not an energy again of you actually staying stuck in an energy. This is kind of an energy, like I said, breaking through or chiseling through, but coming to this realization that like all of this happened. But why though? Because like I was always divine. I was always great. Like what the fuck? Okay. So I feel like it's kind of like your really intense inner self-work has led you to a new level of I'm hearing comprehension in regards to like suffering, okay, and trauma specifically, and hard work and no pain, no gain, like that kind of mentality. And that new comprehension, I feel like, is this realization like, wait a minute, like, you're my play toy thing. Why did we just go through this whole thing? No, what the fuck, my guy? Like, okay. And I don't feel like it's from a victim consciousness. I feel like it's like from like a boss consciousness. Like, why did you fuck up so badly? Like what the fuck did you do? Like, okay. And even King of Cups, and even fuck the idea of like it was meant to awaken, blah 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 blah. Okay, like I feel like you're in that kind of layer of consciousness now. Like, okay, so it's all a simulation, but then why was it shit? Like, if it's a simulation, why isn't it good? You get what I'm saying? And I feel like from that level of consciousness, you're actually creating more of that, more of basically just your reality doing what you want it to because it has to, because it's your toy thing or it's your project, however it is that you see it, however it is that you see your reality. I prefer toy because I'm not good at projects, okay? I kind of just like leave it half and I'm like, I guess that'd be okay. Or I just hope somebody else does it. That's kind of what happened in school. Anyway, John. The moon. This is definitely this like hidden layer. I almost said hidden. This is almost this like hidden layer of consciousness or of understanding, of comprehension, of like, well, like it was always a game, so why did you not know you were playing? Okay. Like why the fuck, and like since it was always a game, why wasn't the game good? Like what the fuck? Like something was not making sense here. And I feel like it doesn't matter even that it doesn't make sense or not, because this level of consciousness that you're currently in is again this like boss like consciousness of like, you know what? It doesn't matter why you did what you did. All that matters is you did it. You fucked up. Oh god, that kind of energy, yeah? Seven of Cups. See, I feel like you consistently maybe searched for some kind of lesson or empowerment in your experience in your game, because I feel like you had to, like you had to be like, okay, well, this fucking happened and it made me stronger, and again, like kudos to you, because that is the kind of like inner power or inner like perseverance or the choices that we make that kind of leads to this higher level of consciousness that we ultimately embody, obviously. But again, it's kind of like, but why though? And not from a victim consciousness. It's like, but why though? Like, and it's a rhetorical why, I feel. It's like, I don't know. You saw one of them had like a snake. You saw one of them. It's like this is the game, and like you like I don't know. Were you kept in the dark by yourself? Maybe did you do this for some kind of bullshit underdog experience? I don't know. But even fuck that. Okay. So whether this was self-inflicted or not, I'm even getting this kind of vibe of like from this higher state of consciousness that you broke through into this higher like level of comprehension or understanding of your subconscious or of the like subconscious of why the shitty things happened when it didn't have to. Since you're like embodying this newer understanding, I also feel some kind of experience or some kind of, it's almost like a not giving a fuckness, because it's kind of like, well, either way it happened and the simulation was broken, or like it didn't do what it was supposed to do, or it did what it was supposed to do but not really. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a fucking simulation. Like what's all this talk about like growth and blah 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 if we're already infinite, etc., or grow, like realizing infinity as a finite human being. I feel like there's like a lot of like you still trying to understand why you went through this, but I feel like this understanding, this newer comprehension is leading to you kind of recognizing that you never had to go through any of this bullshit because you are divine. Even in your finite humanness, you were always divine. That was the whole point. And you know what? I feel like maybe this kind of like weird experiences or what the fuck like experiences happened. Maybe kind of like, I don't know, but you can still just decide that. Like either way, you took maybe some kind of non-caringness to it. As in a sense, like I said in the beginning, now you're like, well, it is just a fucking simulation, so fuck it. Kind of energy, right? Which I feel like ultimately is propelling you even more into your empowerment. But again, don't take that as me saying like the suffering or the pressure was necessary, because it literally wasn't, okay? And I feel like that was also maybe some kind of missing piece. Like you continuously gaslit yourself into believing that like you were growing and empowering yourself because you had to. And I'm not saying you were lying to yourself, because we can gaslight reality into doing what we want, etc., etc. But I feel like you were a little bit maybe like confused as to like the principle that like you had to go through shit things in order to experience great things. But again, that's giving you the fault when it wasn't your fault. It's the simulation's fault. And again, like I don't also subscribe to like these again, John Jesus. I also don't subscribe to these beliefs in like Yeholdabath or something like this reality is the prison or like I also don't subscribe to that because it's not true. It like literally isn't. Our physics prove it. You know, physics proves that our observation changes reality, so it can't be a prison. So what the fuck was up? What was up? This is almost giving me some kind of like spiritual sense of like just cutting your losses and leaving. It's like, well, I am the light anyway. So even if I venture into the infinite darkness, I can just set up shop there and shine there. Without this bullshit, I'll go create my own matrix. I'll go create my own simulation. This is shit. Or something like that even. Oh, it's for you to like learn to know yourself, or like the Matrix wanted to learn to know, like, you're not very good at your job. You know? Let's get the last card. The Star. That's you, though. You know exactly. You shining in the dark. Creating. Yeah, like, no, it's fine. It's fine. This kind of simulation vibe. I have 3 other simulation programs I can run. And even more if I want to, like just by creating. You go on forum. That's what I'm feeling here. Knight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Swords here. I feel like you are... Listen, I don't think you can exit the simulation because creation is simulation. Like, all of everything of existence is source mind, right? It's like thought. It's, you know, it stems from concepts and solidifies, blah, 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 that kind of energy, okay? It's consciousness. However, I do feel like you are about to... This Star card is giving me intense manifestation energies. I feel like you are about to manifest your own simulation. I don't exactly know what that means to you, because I don't necessarily feel like you're even going to be staying in this old simulation, even though I feel like you can't exit it, because once again, all of creation is it, okay? Exiting it means non-existence. And I feel like you're continuing existence. Maybe you've been granted some kind of like extra privilege, spiritually speaking. Or maybe you've like granted this yourself because of your like that work you've the chiseling, you know? It's like, this isn't necessary, but fuck it, I'm here now, I'll fucking do it, fine, you know, like kind of vibe. Because I'm getting some kind of separation energy. I am getting some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there are 8 stars. I feel like there are supposed to be like 9 stars on the star card, because even that big star doesn't really fully encompass the newness of the simulation that you're entering into, okay? It's almost kind of, you know what, it's almost kind of giving this energy that like, since you recognized to such an extent that the simulation is literally just there meant to serve you, it's like at your behest infinitely. It's almost like since you came to that full realization and embodiment, that created some kind of, I don't want to say a kicking out, but like, again, like maybe some kind of a welcoming into your own simulation or something without sharing or something like that. And I'm not saying sharing is bad. I'm just saying, I don't know what this is, okay? I can't completely put it into words, but I feel like you know what I'm saying, okay? And I feel like then you truly get to welcome in whatever you want or not, okay? So this is really cool. Thank you so much, Collective. I hope that was sufficient for you. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. Man.